TED Talks, brought to you by Erbs and Gerbs. Go online and check out their delightful sandwich menus and soups. Order yourself something today.
Ted Schwerzler back for another TED Talks Twins from Twins Daily at TL Schwarz on Twitter. It was a good week for Minnesota, a big week with the Twins needing to basically end the Guardians season. It was a 2-week stretch, or a little longer 2-week stretch, from that Milwaukee series in late August through the early series with the Guardians in September here, where the Twins really needed to establish an identity against good teams and be able to kind of gain some separation in the division. After a successful weekend series in Texas, they almost swept that series again, playing the Rangers well. They go to Cleveland and just dominate game one. Lucas Giolito was the storyline there, as Cleveland claimed basically all of the pitchers from Los Angeles that Minnesota would have had interest in. Giolito, Matt Moore, Ronaldo Lopez, they faced them all in this series against Cleveland, but they really pounded Giolito in game one of the series, and Giolito had been pretty good against the Twins this year. I believe he had only allowed 2 runs in 18 innings coming into that game. Minnesota ends up winning 20-6. Royce Lewis hits another grand slam. It was just a great game all around for Minnesota, and then they come back on Tuesday night and play a tighter game until I believe it was Miles Straw went for what probably could have been a diving ball, kind of lurched forward and had the ball go under his glove all the way to the wall. Twins clear the bases, and that one again became somewhat of a laugher at an 8-3 game. They didn't close the series with a sweep, couldn't find much offense against Gavin Williams on Wednesday. However, taking 2 of 3 really puts Cleveland in a miracle needing situation. I mean, the Twins, I believe per Fangraphs, are somewhere near 99% to win the division at this point. There's 23 games to go. They have a 6-game lead. So it would be a pretty tough look for Minnesota to falter at this point. They will welcome the Mets to Target Field this weekend. New York is not a doldrum team, even though they've parted quite a few things out. The Twins will see Kodai Senga on Friday night, which will be interesting. His ghost fork splitter is one of the more intriguing pitches across baseball. But that's another series that they will need to come out and establish themselves. This is really the last probably tough stretch of good teams. Again, the Mets aren't a team above 500, but they aren't a bottom feeder either. And then the Twins do welcome in the Rays, who, because of less than ideal circumstances at this point, do not have Wander Franco. They're kind of trending in the wrong way. Still probably make the playoffs just fine, but not the team that they looked like coming out of the gate. Minnesota, though, continuing to keep a stranglehold on the division and probably create some additional room against Cleveland would be great to see. Alex Kirilloff should be back with the Twins for that weekend series against the Mets. Byron Buxton was trending towards being a September option. However, his rehab assignment has been shut down as his knee again is causing problems. So no idea if he'll actually be back at all this year. Chris Paddock did make a start at low A on Wednesday night. He could potentially be a bullpen option for the Twins in the postseason if everything goes right for him. I mean, he'll need to show some command. He'll need to show health. There's quite a few things he'll have to work through. Brock Stewart threw a 25-pitch bullpen on Tuesday, and Minnesota would prefer to see him back healthy, so that would be a bonus as well. Beyond that, it's really just getting healthy and continuing to play well down the stretch, but we will check in next week.